Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft and Life Skills. Today we are going to be working on villager stuff. We need to get mending villagers and things like that, and we need to turn them into zombies and heal them. So we're going to be doing that, and we're also going to be talking about car maintenance again, kind of. This time we're talking about general maintenance and kind of a maintenance schedule. So let's get into it. So I got a level with you guys. I built all of this and recorded this entire video earlier, but my mic was muted. Yeah, I screwed up. But I'll show you what we got going. So I brought villagers through the nether from the village that's way over that way, and I brought them over here and turned one into a farmer and started a villager breeder. We even got a few down there, and I built this little house, this ugly little thing, for a mending villager. There he is. Yeah, that's him. Just kidding, he's not ready yet. So what we need to do is, and one got out and is just roaming around. I hope he doesn't die. But what we need is a zombie. We need a zombie to come and eat him. We need him to turn into a zombie, basically, is what we need. But before we do that, we need... I'm going to sleep, actually. We need to get some apples, because I actually have 0 apples. I have no apples. So that's got to change. Because to cure them, you need golden apples. And I've looked in here a million times, and I swear I've never seen any apples. They would be in here, I guess, if they would be. I've checked like 3 or 4 different times. There's no apples here. So we need to go get apples. And to get apples, you gotta chop down oak trees. So we're gonna go find some oak trees and chop them down. And while we do that, we are going to talk about car maintenance. So let's jump over to some trees and get to it. Okay, I found some oak trees, so let's get to it. Let's start with car maintenance. So generally, car maintenance is followed by a schedule based on the mileage of your vehicle, how far you've driven it. So if you don't use the metric system, this will make sense to you. If you do use the metric system, just convert miles to kilometers. I am a product of my people, and so I use miles and not kilometers. But I do agree with the whole kilometer. I think everyone should be in SI units, but whatever. So car maintenance starts pretty quickly. We'll start at the lowest mileage that you need to be paying attention to your car, which is probably around 3,000 miles, which is when you should probably be changing your oil. Oil changes typically around 3,000 miles if you're using a traditional oil. But if you're using a full synthetic, you can do anywhere from 5 to even 15,000 miles, I've heard before. I don't trust the 15,000 miles, but anywhere between 5 and 10,000 miles is about what you should be able to do on a synthetic oil. So when you change your oil, you need to change the oil and change the oil filter. And that's basically all you need to do around that time, every 3 to 10,000 miles, I guess you could say, is oil changes and oil filters. Next, around 6 to 8,000 miles, every 6 to 8,000 miles, you should rotate your tires. And also, if you don't know what all of this means, don't worry about it. I'm sure we will probably talk about it in a future episode. So don't worry about that. Let's see. Oh, also with your tires. So to check to make sure that the tread on your tires is still good, what you can do is take a quarter, flip it upside down so that the head of, who is it on the quarter? Is it George Washington? So that the head goes into the treads of the tires, and if your treads are, you can still see the top of George Washington's head, then you need to change it. You need new tires. Moving on to every 6 to 8,000 miles, not 6 to 8, 30,000. Every 30,000 miles, you should be changing your air filter and your fuel filter. And I think that's it for 30,000. Oh, you may actually, quick little tip here. If you live in a dusty environment, like you live in a desert, like, Arizona, New Mexico, somewhere around there, you may want to change it more often, because the dust will it really wreaks havoc on your stuff, on your filters and things like that. So you will want to change that more often than normal. So then around every 60,000 miles, you're going to be looking at changing anything to do with your brakes. Brakes, brake fluid, rotors, any of that stuff. Get that stuff looked at, make sure that it's still good. Also, you're going to want to look at your battery. Batteries are typically only good for around 60 to 75,000 miles. So you'll want to take a look at that and make sure your battery is still good as well. And also coolant. So your car needs coolant. Make sure to check your coolant around that same time, that 60,000 mile mark. Oh, I thought this was a house. I was looking for somewhere to sleep. Let's see. So then oftentimes people will check their transmission around this time. But the thing is that transmission fluid doesn't really have like a specific time to change it. So what we do is we take a look at its color. If it is dark red or brown or smells burnt, it's time to change your transmission fluid. Oh, he didn't make it. All right. Thought I was gonna have to kill that zombie. So then, let's see, around 90,000 miles, anything to do with any hoses needs to be checked. So all the hoses need to be checked, make sure that they're still good. They don't have any tears or rips in them or cracks, because they do get kind of old and will crack. Also, spark plugs, power steering fluid, timing belts, all of that needs to be checked at 90,000. And then that's really it as far as general maintenance goes. That's usually what most people are looking for at around those times. But it's always important to pay attention to your car. Anytime there is a check engine light or anything like that, that you need to pay attention to those. Especially for if you want to keep your car for a long time. If you don't take good care of your car, it will fall apart on you and will break, and it will be very expensive. For example, if you don't change your oil, your vehicle can seize up and it basically destroys the engine and can be very, very costly, to the point where not even your insurance will help you out anymore. So please take care of your cars. The more you take care of your car, the better off it will be, and the less expensive it will be in the long run. So make sure to pay attention to your car anytime it is having any sort of issues or is making any sort of funny sounds. I know it can be expensive, and people tend to joke about just kind of ignoring it, but please do not do that. It can really ruin your car. And if you ever have any questions about your car, if it's making funny noises and you don't know what it means or anything, or you don't have anyone to ask, Google can answer pretty much any question you have regarding your vehicle. So make sure to always have your best friend Google around to help you out with that. But that's it. That's going to cover it for our life skills portion of this episode. If you liked it, please comment down below what you would like to learn more about, and like and subscribe, and that will help me out a ton. So I'm going to keep going at this and keep getting more apples, and I will bring you guys back when we are ready to hopefully get a zombie to turn our librarian into another zombie so we can cure him and get really cheap trades. So I'm going to bring you guys back in just a little bit. Okay, guys, I've gotten all the apples and everything. I got a couple of golden apples. Sorry, this is such a mess. I know. But we've got what we need. Let's break. We got what we need. And we've got him in position. If I press this red button, he'll move along. But since he's going to become a mending villager, we know that we have to he has to become a zombie twice. So let's get him. Just need this one. Wow, I'm struggling. There we go. Hit him with that and cure him. And then we'll wait for him to cure, and then we will do it again. And there we go. Got the achievement and everything. Now we just got to wait for the zombie to hit him again, turn him back into another zombie again. So let me get out of his way and he'll attack him here in a second. There he goes. Oh, nope. Keep going, buddy. I distracted him. There we go. Come back. Hit him again. Oh, that one got me. There we go. And now we'll wait for him to change back again. And actually, this time I need to move him. Okay, so he's now in place. And he's been cured 2 times. So he's ready to accept jobs and everything. What do I need to do here? I think I'm gonna need a temporary block like right there, because I'm gonna have to move that for just a bit. There we go. And then I'm gonna put a block right there too. This there. Okay. Now we're trying to get a really good trade, a mending trade basically, and so we'll just keep doing this over and over until we get the trade that we want. And it can take a while. So I'll bring you guys back once we finally have it. It happened, guys. It finally happened. Mending for 1 emerald. Now to lock in his trade, you got to trade with him. So let's trade. Boom, mending, 1 emerald. What a deal. That's right. Thank you, sir. This was our little setup we had going here. I was probably here for 3 or 4 days just breaking that and putting it back down and breaking it and putting it down and breaking it and putting it down. It was quite the process. But now he's stuck in there. He's got access to his workstation. Everything is good to go and happy. We do need to make this place look a little better. Make it look a little more homey, because poor guy's just sitting in a box. But we'll get to that. I also wanted to show you guys this over here. This is going to be our little system for getting villagers up and out. So when they fall down there, there's now water that pushes them over here, up and in. And then there's a little water elevator that pushes them up right there. And then what this does is if you put a minecart on there, I'm not going to do it now because I don't want to pull one out. It'll sit there and go back and forth, and it will eventually pull a guy out of there, and then you can press this button and he'll move over here and drop him right in front of the zombie, who can then turn him into a zombie, and we'll get super cheap trades. So that's how that's going to work out. But that is going to be the end of our episode today. If you guys enjoyed it, please consider subscribing and like the video. It helps me out a lot. And I will see you guys next time on Minecraft and Life Skills.